Blaithin,
Yeah.
this time last year you would have been sort of on the fringes of the side watching on during the finals campaign. Such a talented athlete. That must have been difficult to sort of be looking on from the sidelines in your first season. So how special is it to be involved heading into this finals campaign?
Yeah, obviously this year is a bit different. Last year, as you said, I was on the sidelines watching on, but I was very new to the sport. I was just excited for the girls to be playing in the finals. With each win, we were getting better and better. So, and I think it's transferred on to this year as well. So, just lucky that I'm on the side, and I've been lucky enough to stay in the side. So, hopefully that keeps going.
You've been such an influential performer. You'll probably be in All Australian calculations this week. How much has it meant to you that you've been able to have such a massive impact in your first season as a senior player?
Yeah, I think just within the team we're all just role players. We're just happy enough to be playing our role, and thankfully the coaches have thought that I have been playing the role. In terms of like the scoring and things like that, I just happen to be getting on the end of it, but a lot of the work's done out the pitch, Kearney here. So yeah, no, I'm just happy to, as I said, still be on the side. So
just take us through how you formally joined North Melbourne. Croc just talked us through a story about him going for dinner, I think, with your family a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah. So I got drafted in the second draft in February 24. I'd already I was studying pharmacy, so I had to finish my degree. So that's why I came out late. Last year I came out the week before pre-season. So North were happy enough to let me finish my degree, and obviously I'm very thankful for that, because football's not going to be forever, so I have to have something to go back to Ireland for. So yeah, that's how I got drafted.
And so Croc went to have dinner with your family? Is that what he said? He was very full at the end.
Yeah, so I think he was over on an Ireland trip anyway. Obviously we have a couple of Irish girls on the team, so I got drafted on the Friday, and then he was in Ireland, so just got a text message to say Darren Crocker was coming down to Fermanagh. So once we heard Croc was coming down, Mum obviously had a big 3-course meal prepared. In fairness to her, now we always have a big Sunday dinner, but we don't normally have a starter and a dessert, so if he could come around more often, that'd be good enough for us.
A couple of the Hawks' biggest stars are Irish Alan Gilroy and Onion McDonald. Did you know them before you came over here, and is there any sense of rivalry there between you and the two of them?
Oh no, not at all. Actually, the first time I met Anya was was before the game on Friday night. Anya, I would know Anya, be friendly with her. Actually, randomly enough, our two aunties are good friends over in New York, so yeah, it's a weird roundabout story, but yeah, no, obviously no hard feelings toward the Irish girls. We like to see each other do well. So.
How's the body feeling, guys?
Yeah, no, body feeling really good. Yeah, the club's managed me throughout the year quite well. Had a very interrupted pre-season with a bit of a hammy and then a calf. So, you know, just my ageing body. Just need to be a bit smarter with how much game time I'm playing and how I'm managed throughout the week, and feeling fresh, ready to go for Friday.
You looking forward to another match-up on your old teammate, Caitlin Ashworth?
It's probably a new role for Cashy to play, sort of a negating forward role. Thought she did a really good job, but we're sort of planning for another sort of tagging role from Hawthorn. But if it doesn't come, it doesn't. We just play our way. It doesn't really change too much of what I'm doing.
I can imagine there was a bit of banter in that matchup. Can you talk us through some of that?
Yeah, I didn't say too much. I was more getting into Gilly a little bit. Me and Gilly were quite good mates when she was at North, so a bit of banter there between us. But yeah, all in good fun. I like to play on the edge a little bit, and yeah, I like to have a bit of fun out there.
So someone that likes to play on the edge a little bit, does that frustrate you a bit when you've got someone hanging off you and following you around?
Yeah, I mean, I get frustrated anyway when I'm playing, so it doesn't. It just means that I just have to play a slightly different role from what I would normally play. Try to sort of confuse what their forward setups are going to be and things like that. Try to make 2v1s, things like that. But no, I just have to play my role. It doesn't really matter if I'm not getting the ball. We've got some great half-backers. I mean, Erica O'Shea is one of those that has been in great form, so it doesn't matter if I'm getting it. There's others that will contribute for us.
You've gone from not playing the Hawks at all to playing them twice in 7 days. How do you go about preparing for them again?
Yeah, it was weird going into Friday night because you've seen a lot of them on TV, but then it was the first time we came up against them. Their pressure was really good. We're going to expect, it's a final after all, so we're going to expect their best with the pressure side of things. So we've got a few plans in place and how to do that, but then also how we can exploit them with our ball movement and things like that. So good to have a look at them. Even more exciting to play on a big deck like Icon Park to see what we can do.
Bit of talk this week about the Hawks not staying on for Jazzy Garner. What did you make of that?
Oh, look, to be honest, it was nothing much in it. I think the Hawks change room's on the other side of the oval, so yeah, it wasn't a deliberate thing by them. It was just probably, you know, they've just come off a loss and they're probably just focusing on next week. So to be honest, someone like Jazz, she actually loved it. It was just North Melbourne. We had all our fans there, all our staff and players there sending her off, and she's the star of the game, but doesn't faze her at all.
Emmy, you spoke about getting your body right over in the year. Just take us through the captaincy decision, and it's given you a bit more time to look after yourself this year. Yeah, what's it been like?
Yeah, so it was probably discussions that I was having with Croc before the season, or before pre-season even started. I was obviously working in the men's program, so I'd see him around the office a lot. So it was just, discussions around what my plans were for my, playing future, but also more importantly the captaincy. And I was probably tossing and turning whether it was going to be the right decision for the club. But I felt like we were in a position, and I felt like personally that the other leaders in behind me, Jazz being the front runner, were going to be good enough to be great leaders and great captains and take the game forward while I'm still at the club. I didn't want to sort of just continue being captain and then all of a sudden I'm gone. I wanted to still be there to support if I need to, but in saying that, I haven't really had to support Jazz. She's gone about her way in, she's a very calm leader, leads by example, very different from me, but I think that's a good thing for our group.
So you just get to put your feet up a bit longer during the season?
Yeah, that's right. There's less little commitments. Mind you, I'm standing here talking to you guys, and Jazz has probably eaten her lunch now, but no, less commitments, probably that less mental toll that that captaincy does take on you. So for me, it's just about, look, I still try to lead on the field and help our backline and things like that, but for me, it's more just around the mental capacity is taken a little bit less toll on me, so it's been good.
This season has been the first since AFLW has kind of locked in this window. How have you felt like the response has been to the season?
In terms of
the general fan response, how's this window working?
Yeah, it's hard to gauge. I don't know what the viewers' numbers are. Personally, probably just in terms of conditions playing in, we're probably playing in the windiest months of the year. So we play on a lot of suburban grounds that the games can get impacted by wind. So for me personally, if we're trying to grow the game, we want the product to be improving, and so probably this time frame is a little bit tricky. Plus, there's also a bit of fatigue from fans and admin staff, everyone in the industry from the men's season. So it's a hard one to really nail the perfect time slot. Autumn's probably a time frame that I think would be a perfect time to play it.
You mentioned getting out into Icon Park being a bigger deck. Do you see that playing your strengths and the team's strengths as well?
Yeah, I do. I love the way that we're able to defend bigger grounds, but then it's our ball movement that we're able to really spread teams. In saying that, the Hawks do like to control the footy as well. So obviously, playing on a wider ground, you're able to do that more. So we've got to be on our toes trying to take away their uncontested game. They've played a lot of their footy on a really skinny ground at Frankston, so they'll be probably loving the opportunity to play on that as well.
What do you made of Blaithin's influence this year, just coming in and just starring?
Yeah, no, she's been good. She's a great character in our group. She's a very funny person. So, but I love what she's been able to bring for our side. She's that sort of that hybrid forward. She's quite good in the air. But then, as soon as she's got opportunities to try to get out the back or really compete, use her speed, it's been pretty exciting to watch. So, but probably what you don't see is the work that she's been able to put in to get herself to where she is, doing extra vision, working on her skills, goal kicking, things like that. That's been impressive.
Put into me.
That's been really impressive.
As a leader, as of one of the biggest, most depth squads, how do you manage the expectations of the squad when they're missing out on games, particularly big games like finals?
Yeah, it's hard, and it's really hard in the women's because there's no VFL for them to play in. We've been probably quite fortunate that our non-selectors, their energy that they've been able to bring on the track has been second to none, and their enthusiasm. I'm sure behind the scenes they are really disappointed, but I think it's really important that they still feel like they're really valued, and that the coaches and players are still wanting them to improve. Because if they improve, obviously it adds further depth to our side, which our depth has been tested this year. It means that training's at a higher standard, but they also feel like they're getting better as well.
Would you like to see the VFL and the AFLW aligned in the same window, so there are games to play when they're not getting selected in the seniors?
Yeah, I think that's the way forward if you want to try to keep growing the game, is having seasons aligned across the nation. So we don't have these scrimmages happening where teams from WA, Queensland are coming down to Victoria, playing with 4 or 5 different teams and trying to play. It makes it really hard for players trying to play to a system. And so we want to keep growing the game, and I think that's probably one of the ways that they can do it.
Emma, finals time, you might get a few more extra eyeballs on the competition. People looking at the table maybe for the first time this season, seeing North way on top. To explain to people that might not have been watching the last couple of years, why are the Kangaroos so good?
Yeah, it's not one thing that makes us good. It's so many different things. First of all, it's the list build that we're able to create. Obviously, we targeted, when we first came into the competition, we went really hard with some star players, but as you know, star players don't necessarily give you the upper hand to win flags. And then we've been able to slowly build, bring in more athletic types like a Taylor Gatt, all our Irish players that bring a lot of X factor and speed to the game. But then our coaching, like Darren Crocker's experience in the game, in men's and women's now, and the system that he's been able to play for us just means that, no matter who you are, and we've proven this year that whoever you are can come in, play a role. Alice Locum came in for her first game, thought she played really well for us. So there's not one thing, it's a whole cultivation of years of hard work from our high performance team. You look back 2 years, we couldn't beat Melbourne, Brisbane and Adelaide. And so we probably tried to emulate some of the things that they were doing. And then, our staff get to work and see what the future of the game is going to look like and try to get a step ahead.